Hello, this is Mr. Bacon Bits, and welcome back to Danganronpa. Dang, I really want to see what happens. I didn't really think that through. Yeah, let's get through this investigation, shall we? Last episode, Chihiro got murdered, and, yeah. We're going to continue the investigation.
Such ignorance.
You're talking to the wrong person, you waste of space. Oh, right, yeah, we're going to Toko. You guys are too slow! I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her. You know, to see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Alright, let's go in. I may as well give it a shot. Ding dong! The door swung open, slowly and silently. Alright. Let's prepare for what weird shit comes. Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind a door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What?
Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Are you kidding me? And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago... I'll drive out the killer, to drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But...
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there someone who might be able to persuade her? You, maybe? She kinda has a thing for you. Hey, Byakuya, do you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess it can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone! You're all so annoying! Byakuya!
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again! And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Oh, hold on! Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. One of her delusions, I'm sure. But...
Stop talking.
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. This is getting really interesting. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Okay. What do you have? That's... okay. There's no point in checking there. We need to find real clues. I was trying to talk to you. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay, that's pretty much... Alright, I guess we're looking... yeah. Is it in here? If I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. Whoa! There's so many books and files! And so much dust, too.
So, in other words...
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Okay. There's a lot of stuff in here. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Nice! Okay. Okay. What's in this box? It's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. Yeah, I see it. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. Okay, so that's what you used. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Okay. There's something up here. Oh, that's a camera. There's even a surveillance camera here. Now let's look. The shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you for doing that. What's on this one? There's so many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. So, if you're saying that, that means you took a look at it. So how come you're not a target? You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Okay, so you have something behind you. If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover that value for yourself. Well, yeah, there's something behind you. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home
Interesting.
to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual? Normal? Ordinary? Simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you. There's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. Okay. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. Ah, pleasant guy. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. Wow. No wonder you're so desensitized to everything. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim? That means Genocide Jack is here.
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other
The
words...
culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. But then Genocide Jack really is... Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us?
Interesting.
Things are starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become a part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Okay. I guess I just look again. There's a ton of thick files. Those are internal documents, they're not the kind of spoons. Okay, okay,
That's right.
Oh, what am I missing in here? Byakuya, about that Genocide Jack case file? Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Okay. Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. Oh, that's gruesome. It uses scissors! The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Komatsuna Taro, Takafumi Gono, Uchida Naohisa, Takeshi Masamune, Yuto Yumijima. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Profiling results? All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays, in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So, in other words...
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality? Like the kind of thing you'd see on the TV? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know, I feel like my mind has gone numb. Okay.
Let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We've finished our business here, haven't we? Ah, wait! Byakuya! So... It looks like Toko is Genocide Jack. Wow. So does that mean she actually did the murder? That's like... a really easy case to solve. Anyway. As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play with you.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack. He's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us! But who is it? It's most likely Toko, considering how weird she's acting. I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Alright. Okay, so check out the locker rooms and other people's accounts. So, I'll cut around to anybody I find. Hello, Taka.
How unfortunate.
Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it! I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. Okay. Hey, Hiro.
Huh?
Oh,
hey, Makoto.
What's up? I haven't been up to anything myself, that's for sure. Definitely haven't looked inside the mailbox. Yeah, sure. Okay. Let's do some shopping. Hey, Hina. Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry. I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course? There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Oh, I should have tried to spend some more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? The law? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Okay, I got something. Let's see who's in the kitchen. With Dinah. With Hina. That was a lame joke, I'm sorry. Oh, hey, Celeste. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something. Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What, really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose? So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. I thought we established that already. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Interesting. So, do we look in the trash room then? Nothing in here. Or maybe it's in whoever's, or maybe it's in the room of whoever Genocide Jack is. Okay, so people said that this game gets incredibly more difficult after the first case. So, why do I already know who the killer is? Maybe it's a misdirection. I don't know. Anyway, I am heading over to the locker rooms. Okay, Hifumi. Ding ding ding! Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat increase for me. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet.
That's it.
But I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Right. Let's check the locker room again. Ugh. Is there anything new I can gather? Okay, just talk to her, I guess. Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation?
Indeed.
Generally speaking.
However...
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
Well...
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But...
So then...
Before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time. Thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts. Oh, thanks, Kyoko.
Goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body, man. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth worrying about. Okay. Also, I want to see something. It looks like there's also something written on the poster. I guess it's just part of it. The big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable, too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Right, whatever. Before I investigate her body, let me talk to the others. Dude had a real complex about being weak. Okay. Okay. I guess I already got their
Damn.
accounts.
No forgiveness!
To target such a helpless being, it's unforgivable. What a wretched beast to do such a thing. I cannot forgive this! Okay. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I'd better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in some kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug? Ah, it's an extension cord. The only other extension cord that I remember is the one... Oh my god. Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was the blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right. There's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. Yeah. The people in the Genocide Jack file were suspended by scissors and were stabbed multiple times to death. None of them had blunt trauma to the head. This is a copycat killer. What does this all mean? Okay. This is a copycat killer. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Okay. So it looks like it was actually a copycat killer. Which means Byakuya is intentionally misleading me. Hang on. The game said I need to look in the boys' locker room, too. There's a stain here. Yeah. Oh! The poster here got replaced! Huh, this poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit the boys' locker room. Oh, but wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? Yeah. But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. Someone who knows more about the locker rooms. Wouldn't that just be Monokuma? And what's this? There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Okay. This is really strange now. This is really strange now. I'm gonna see... Oh, I can go out here. Weird. I don't know why I can go out to the pool through here, but not through the girls' locker room. I guess there's nothing to find in the pool. Okay, that's really strange. Are you still not going to tell me what you found out?
I feel...
Yeah, that's a bust. Wait, really? Okay. There doesn't seem to be any kind of clues left. boys' locker room card reader, but the door's unlocked now, so it's kind of pointless. Okay, so it's letting me leave the boys' locker room now, but it's not letting me leave the pool area entirely. So there must be something left that I can find here. I better check thoroughly. This is really strange. In the boys' locker room, a popular boy band, and in the boys' locker room, a swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? Okay. There's a blood stain on the carpet. It could only have been caused by Chihiro's murder. Big blood stain. Murder weapon. Investigate this. The word bloodlust, just like in all those other Genocide Jack cases. At every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. Also, for some reason, there's not as much blood involved here as other Genocide Jack cases. So... yeah, that's interesting. Okay, here we go. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay then, let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However...
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day, I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain. A stain? The carpet got switched! The murder took place in the boys' locker room, and the carpet got switched. Oh my god. So it has to be a boy that did it. But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
Of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with. Yeah. Okay. Someone switched the carpet. So, I'm guessing whoever did the killing was a boy. That still doesn't explain how Chihiro got into the boys' locker room, though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Maybe she borrowed... Maybe she borrowed Leon's e-handbook so that she could go in the boys' locker room to make sure that nobody would bother her. And she likes being around boys. So... okay. I'm starting to piece things together. Okay. I think that's the catalyst that'll let me leave. Yes, there we go. Yeah, I'm starting to piece things together. This is really interesting. But I need to check the evidence area again. Okay. The wooden box is empty. The extension cord was in there before. I want to take another look at Genocide Jack's case file. I know it was around here somewhere. Huh? It's gone! Did someone take it out of the archive? But the only one who would do something like that... I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. Again, this is another rather obvious thing that makes me think that maybe Byakuya isn't behind this. But there's enough evidence involving that. There's a thick layer of dust on top of the desk. Guess not. Okay. The laptop is gone too. I just noticed that. Will that be enough to get us out of here, or... Oh, the lamp, of course. Huh? The lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see, it's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. But last time I saw it, it was definitely on, and it was definitely right here. Oh, that's right, Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Ding dong bing bong. Oh god. Here comes the class trial. I guess we found all of the evidence we need. Okay.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial! You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Begin the class trial, or it's about to begin? The red door is right through here. You know, it lets you roam around before heading into the red door. I wonder if at any point you have to delay the class trial because you didn't find enough evidence. Who knows, but let's just head in.
So is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind, or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here.
Huh? And Toko is...
You really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please.
And just like he said a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible.
Phew, so now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Alright. Well, I have a couple people who I feel might be it. But the last few clues I found definitely pointed me in one guy's direction. But we'll see. This is the end of this part. And gonna go ahead and save. And that is it. This has been Mr. Bacon Bits. Stay safe, happy and healthy. And I will see you again on the next part of Danganronpa, when we do the class trial for episode 2. See you then.